Hello, and welcome to the 300th anniversary of cooking with Amr and Associates. Today, we'll show you a series of ingredients. Can you guess what we're making today? You guessed it! Pumpkin soup! Ha! I got you! That's actually not what we're using. You know, in all my years I spent in France, I have to say I enjoyed my time in Provence the most. I enjoyed many Mediterranean style dishes that included plenty of fish and lots of olive oil. Yum! But if there was one dish that stuck out to me the most, it was the pumpkin soup. Me and my fellow associates here, Nassim, David, and Olivia, are gonna chef up some pumpkin soup for you today. It serves about 6 people. It takes about 20 minutes prep time and 40 minutes of cooking time.
That's right, Chef Amr.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In this, you'll need the following ingredients: 1 egg, 1 potato.
You know, butter's actually kind of good for you. There's nothing called too much butter. Have you ever seen such beautiful sour cream in your life? It's sour and it's cream. It's the best of both worlds.
And don't forget the salt, pepper, and the sugar. Some fancy croutons. 1 pound of pumpkin. To start off, let's begin by washing your filthy, dirty hands. Yes, you got it.
As you can see here, we must carefully peel the potato.
Now we must chop the peeled potato into small pieces.
Beautiful.
Now we gotta get all those gross, stringy, intestine-like substances out of the middle of the pumpkin because that's gross. And now we gotta get chopping with the pumpkin, you know. It's a little hard to cut, but you gotta, you gotta use like a serrated knife or else it's gonna be really awkward to cut, and gotta make sure you get that skin off. You know, it's all about the finesse. You gotta get the finesse right.
Next, plop the butter down in the pot with the heat set on moderately low and wait for it to melt.
Now let's toss those yummy potatoes in with the butter and let them saute for about 5 minutes without getting brown.
5 minutes later.
Wow, these potatoes are looking good. Let's add these pumpkins in and let them cook.
It smells like the pumpkin's almost ready. It's almost time to add the water, salt, and pepper.
That smell is delightful.
And now...
Now that it's been 15 minutes, it's time to puree those vegetables and add a pinch of sugar.
Did you know Provence is the area between the Alps, the sea, and the River Rhone? Did you know that the first permanent Greek settlement was Massalia, established at modern-day Marseille in about 600 BC? Did you know Massalia became one of the major trading ports of the ancient world? At its height, in the 4th century BC, it had a population of about 6,000 inhabitants, governed as an aristocratic republic by an assembly of the 600 wealthiest citizens. Did you know they exported their own products, local wines, salted pork and fish, aromatic and medicinal plants, coral and cork, etc., etc., etc.? Did you know they founded La Ciotat, Le Brusque, Hyères, Brégançon, Cavalet, Saint-Tropez, Antibes, Nice, and Monaco? Did you know Massalia created an alliance with its neighboring empire, the Roman Empire, in order to protect themselves from continuous onslaught from the Celts and the Ligurians? After a while, though, the Romans eventually marched into the area and named it Provincia Romana, which evolved into the name Provence. After the collapse of the Roman Empire in the late 5th century, Provence was invaded several times by several different groups, such as the Visigoths, the Burgundians, the Ostrogoths, and the Arabs. Did you know, during the 14th century, the Catholic Church, under a series of French-born popes, moved its headquarters from feud-riven Rome to Avignon, thus beginning the most resplendent period in the city's and region's history. Provence became part of France in 1481, but Avignon and Carpentras remained under papal control until the French Revolution.
You know, now it's time to put a pinch of that sugar in there. Gotta get a little flick of the wrist, get a perfect little pinch in there, and you know.
Now we shall cracketh the egg and isolate the yolk.
Okay, so while we're isolating that yolk, let's talk about some popular tourist destinations in Provence. You know, you got the French Riviera. You can go see some flamingos at some nature reserves.
Yeah, that was good. Mix that yolk in with the sour cream by giving it a good stir.
Actually, that's just like
That looks vile.
smell that. That's delish.
Just before serving, remove the boiling soup from the stove and add the egg yolks stirred into the cream.
Add that eggy sour cream into the mix, baby.
Why did you? What was that?
Do you have a light under this?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, Provence, home to various music and film festivals, including the Aix-en-Provence Festival for Opera Music, the Cannes Music Festival, or Film Festival, the Avignon Blues Festival, and La Fiesta du Sud, which celebrates music from South America and the Caribbean. Provence, home to the great cities of Marseille and Nice. Marseille, which is considered to be the major art center in Europe and is home to galleries showing traditional modern art. And Nice, beautiful, beautiful beaches. I've never seen anything like it. You should go there.
And wow, look at that. Our Provence-style pumpkin soup is done. Let's pour it in these little fancy cup things. Add those fancy croutons on top. You know, add some little green spices and whatnot, just to give it that extra, you know, good looks, those good looks. Just look at that. Chef Omer did it again. made another fantastic recipe. Wow.
Let's give this a taste. Oh, that tasted better. Yeah.
Like without the bread, it tastes horrible. It's the lamb salt.
More salt. A little more salt.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
More salt.
Dude, tastes like the coastlines of Provence.